Berkshire Hathaway Home Services sales executives, for our video message of the week. All right, this week's message, I have a question for you. And the question is this: do you believe your time is equal to money? That's right. Do you believe your time is worth real dollars? And if you do, I have two questions for you. Number one, obvious question: what do you believe you're worth per hour? And two, do the activities that you do on a daily basis support that same belief? You know, this is a problem that is rampant throughout our industry. We end up, we know there's only 24 hours in a day for all of us, yet we utilize our time in so many different ways other than where we really should be placing that time. What are the four things we should be doing 80% of the time? Lead generation, lead follow-up, giving lots of great presentations, and then negotiating on your behalf for additional business. So in doing that, you got to ask yourself, if I did that on a consistent basis, or at least 80% of the time, truly this next figure is accurate. You would be worth $1,000 plus per hour. That's right, $1,000 plus per hour. So why, if that's the case, why don't we spend more time doing those types of things? Well, that's a message that I wanted to talk to you about today. You know, we get caught up in not realizing that if we position ourselves doing the right things, and even though it's not us, we can have other people doing the things that truly are not our personal highest and best use, specifically if you believe you're worth $1,000 per hour. So why don't we have other people doing these things all the time? I know sometimes we do, but even the people who have a full-time assistant, many times you'll look back on what you do versus what they do, and you're still doing a lot of activities that should not be done by you personally. So what are some of the excuses that I hear all the time? Well, one, I don't have enough work for a full-time person. And there's a message here that blends all these together. I can't afford it. I just can't afford to hire somebody. So I end up doing this work myself. You know what? No one can do it as good as I can do it. I got to tell you something. I do it. I know it's going to be done right the first time. And I'll tell you, it's too hard to find somebody that's really good. It's hard to find a great person. First of all those excuses are valid, okay? They have a reality to them. But guess why they're valid? Because your mindset is focused on the expense and the not making it, instead of switching your mindset to growth and revenue and knowing, wait a minute, if I truly commit to the things I should be doing, all those excuses, all those issues will go away. Our problem is our own thought process. Of course you can afford it if you're doing the right things you need to do. Of course you can find the right person if we really take the time and we interview and we take it seriously, and we don't hire the first person that we interview. We do our homework on an ongoing basis. Of course you have enough work for somebody, tons of work. If you're doing the right activities on an ongoing basis, you will build that work. You will have more work for those individuals. Do you see, when you're focused on growth and revenue, this idea of, you know what, I am worth $1,000 an hour. And what Mark is saying is I've got to continually do the activities that support it. And if I believe I'm worth it, and I truly commit to those activities, I can afford to hire other people to handle the things that I absolutely should not be doing on a day-to-day basis. You are worth it. All you have to do is believe it, and it is true. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.